Hi guys, it's Sunday, and today I'm talking about why relationships keep failing. Give me a few minutes, let me share this, and I'm gonna get started. I'm trying to share this on my timeline and it's giving me a hard time. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to share this on my timeline so I can get started. It's not going to let me, so I'm going to go ahead. So today I'm sharing on why relationships continue to fail. Most of the time when we get into a relationship, we focus more on the chemistry. The chemistry because we're putting our energy into the emotional connection. We're putting our energy into the physical connection. We're putting our energy into the sexual connection. It's always the attraction. Physical attraction, emotional attraction, and sexual attraction. So when you're focusing on those, you're really focusing on chemistry. Chemistry is all about, and I'm going to keep typing as I'm talking, chemistry, initial stage is chemistry. Chemistry is all about the physical, emotional, and sexual attraction. And because at the initial stage of the relationship, that is what drives the relationship at the very beginning. You're really looking at how come, am I attractive to this person? Am I emotionally connected to this person? Is there a physical attraction between us? And when you put all your energy on chemistry, you forget about compatibility. Now I'm talking about three things, the three C's of it in a relationship. And the reason why relationships fails is because these three C's are missing. When you're getting into a relationship, if your focus is only on chemistry, you're going to miss out on how compatible you are. You're really looking at yourself just getting emotionally connected first, or you're getting physically connected first, or you're getting sexually connected first. And all your energy is driven by those three when it comes to chemistry. But when you're looking at compatibility, you're looking at your core values, your requirements. And because sometimes you don't really let your requirements play in, or you don't even have a set of core values that you're evaluating your partner with, you go on with just chemistry and you base your relationship on the chemistry and the connection that is related to chemistry. You're not basing your relationship on the compatibility side of it. How connected are you soul-wise? How connected are you with your core values? Your core values may be your faith. It may be where you are financially. It may be where you are emotionally. It may be where you are based on your life. Your life goals are your core values. Your core values drive your life goals and drive your relationship goals. But when you don't have any core values, it may be integrity that's one of your core values, and you don't really want to divert away from that, but you're settling based on just chemistry. What typically happens is that relationship is going to fail because your core values are not driving your relationship. The chemistry and the physical and the emotional and the sexual attraction are driving your relationship. And so those are short term. Those complement when you really focus on how compatible you are. The second C is compatibility. And today I'm talking about the three C's because these three C's really help you when you're looking at your relationship from a viewpoint of building healthy or building long term, and not focusing on just I want a partner in my life at this moment. How compatible you are is based on your core values. How are you evaluating your core values every time you go on a date with your partner? How are those core values continuing to drive the relationship? How are those core values allowing you to end the relationship when you see that you can't compromise those core values? Because you shouldn't have to compromise your core values in any single relationship you're in. Your core values should be your driver to focusing on the kind of partner you're looking for, focusing on how healthy you really want to build, focusing on your long-term and lifetime goals. Remember, the short terms can easily be driven by chemistry. You can easily be physically attracted to someone because you're lonely. You can be emotionally attracted to someone because you're lonely. You can be sexually attracted to someone because you're lonely and you're missing that part of the relationship. And so all that three tied with chemistry leads to the romantic side, which is a complement to when you're compatible with each other. The third C is complement, which is the main goal when you're looking at your relationship. The third C is complement. And when you're looking at your relationship, the three have to go hand in hand together. You can't just have chemistry without having compatibility and without complementing each other. If you're not complementing each other on the compatibility level, you're going to end up settling. You're just going to end up having someone because you want someone in your life, not necessarily you need someone who is compatible with you, who shares your core values, who meets your requirements, who you're also meeting their requirements, and they also share core values with you. And so when you add these three C's together, they really should be the driver to creating a healthy relationship. Most of the time, relationships fail because these three C's are missing. You don't complement each other, you don't share chemistry, and you're not compatible. You're just looking to be in a relationship because everybody else is getting into a relationship, and what you're doing in that moment is allowing what you see, allowing what is happening around you to drive you into having a relationship. How are you evaluating your own life to make sure that your core values are driving your life goals? Your core values are driving your journey. Your core values are driving every single relationship. Because the relationship which you set for yourself will be the driver to every relationship you have. If your relationship is failing, it's because you haven't really evaluated yourself to see if your core values are really there, if they exist, if you haven't set them. If you're evaluating your friendships, if your friends don't share your core values, you may be wasting time with the wrong circle. So your core values help you determine how compatible you are with your partner. Your core values help you determine how your requirements are being set in a relationship that will be healthy, that will be long-term and lifetime. Your core values complement the chemistry that you both share. And again, think about it, the three C's. I've documented the three C's in my book, Being Single. But I'm really sharing this because when I get clients or when I get potential clients come to me or mentees that come to me about relationship, what I'm discovering is most people don't have core values. And when you're not having core values, when you're not having requirements defined, you cannot find a partner who is going to be compatible with you. All your relationship will be based on is the chemistry. You won't even complement each other because the complement comes from how compatible you are. When you're compatible, you're a reflection of your partner. When you're compatible, it becomes easy to complement your partner because your partner is a reflection of you. But if you're driving only on the chemistry side of things, think about it. Even marriages that end up sometimes that were based on chemistry fail. You know, you get married initially, Jane meets John, and the good looks are there, and the sexual attraction is there. She's all what you're looking for. She has the assets you're looking for. He has the good looks you're looking for. And there's the physical and emotional connection. But then think about when she starts to have the babies and her body's no longer the way it is. If you're physically attracted, if you're basing your relationship on chemistry, when she starts to have children or when you start to age, it becomes boring to where you're looking at your wife. She's no longer as pretty as she used to be. And then because you're basing your relationship on the chemistry, it's going to fail. You're not basing it on the compatibility. You're looking at him and you're saying, oh, now he has a pot belly. He's not GQ anymore. The six packs no longer exist. I don't even like him anymore. And you begin to get irritated because it was just the physical, the sexual, and the emotional attraction that brought you both together. But if you take the time to really build on a healthy relationship, you're looking more on the compatibility level, and the chemistry complements and really is an added bonus to your relationship. I'm tired of seeing people fail relationships and say, oh, he was a jerk and she's an idiot, or she tried to play me, because the physical, the sexual, the emotional attraction only leave you on the surface of the relationship. Your compatibility level takes you in depth in your relationship. Your Your chemistry allows you to know your partner. Your compatibility allows you to know and understand your partner. Know the difference between what I said. Chemistry allows you to know only. Your compatibility level allows you to know and understand. Knowing and understanding are very vital to your relationship. Knowing and understanding your partner allow you to really know how you complement each other. But if you're focusing on just knowing, you will never truly know someone. Everybody puts up a fad at the very beginning of a relationship. So when you're looking at it from that standpoint, you're looking at it, okay, I'm emotionally attracted to him. Oh, she's really dressed up in a way where she's looking sexy today. And that's all your focus. You're not talking about the core values. You're not talking about the lifetime goals. You're not talking about the long-term goals. You're not talking about those things that will help you not struggle in your marriage or in the long. You're not talking about finances. You're not talking about work-life balance. You're not talking about spirituality. You're not talking about, mental health. When you're focusing on just chemistry alone. And that's what really destroys relationships. That's why relationships fail, because you're missing out on the compatibility side of it. The compatibility side of it is what really makes your relationship strong. But if you really miss out on that, then you may just be going in for a short-term relationship that breaks you, that leaves you really devastated, leaves you angry, because what you're doing is you're just connecting on the attraction level only. You're not connecting on the core values level. You're not looking at your requirements and you're not checking off the list to say, we're compatible based on this requirement that I have. We're compatible and we complement each other based on this requirement. And if it's only the chemistry, you're not looking for a long term. You're only looking for someone to pacify you, not someone to support you for a lifetime. Chemistry, compatibility, complement. These 3 C's will help you build a purposeful, healthy, and truthful relationship. But if you focus on chemistry alone, the relationship is going to fail. It's not about looking for something that's short term. If you really want a healthy relationship, you have to keep evaluating your partner every time you go on a date as a single person. How is the compatibility level going? Am I checking up constantly, or am I putting an X to everything? And if you're putting an X to it, it's easy for you to look at your partner and say, you know what? We don't complement, we're not compatible, so let's keep the friendship, or let's just break it off at this level. Don't let me just keep hanging on with you because we're just on the chemistry connection. We're not on the compatibility connection. We don't complement each other. I can't see myself on a long term. It's easy to cut it off. What makes it become very easy to attach and find it hard to let go is because of the chemistry level and the connection that you have based on the chemistry level that you're connecting with. When you focus on the compatibility level, trust me, it will be very easy for you to look at a partner who's not really compatible with you, who doesn't complement you, who's not a reflection of you, to say, you know what? I don't need this relationship. This relationship ain't going nowhere. It's just going to get me in trouble and I need to just exit. But when you allow chemistry to dictate how your relationship goes, when the breakup happens, trust me, you become another person entirely. The resentment is there, the anger is there, but the only person you're angry with is yourself, because you're only connected on the chemistry level. When you're looking to build healthy, chemistry, compatibility, complement, those 3 C's will help you go a long way in your relationship. If you're looking for lifetime, if you're looking for long term, if you're looking to be in each other's space where you can grow together and go together in your journey, trust me, the 3 C's, chemistry, compatibility, and complement, are a driver in your relationship. I've documented these 3 C's in my book, Being Single. I write, I coach, I speak because I really want people to have healthy, purposeful, and lifetime relationships. If you're looking for short term, your driver will be chemistry. What are your core values? Do you know them? Do you have them? Don't just have them here. Write them down. Define them. Create your requirements. Vet every single partner. Remember, dating is a vetting and sorting game. Vet every single partner based on your compatibility level. The chemistry will always be there, because if you're compatible, the chemistry will never expire. You will continue to connect because you're connecting on the soul level before you're connecting on the flesh and the surface level. If you're connecting on the flesh and surface level, guess what? Lust always expires. Infatuation expires. The chemistry will lead you to infatuation and lust at the same time. But if you're connecting on the compatibility level, trust me, no one teaches us these things. We all want a healthy relationship. We all want a lifetime relationship. But because we're being driven by the societal norm, what we see happening, the romantic side of things, we miss out on the compatibility and the complement. Those two, compatibility and complement, will add the other bonus, the chemistry, to you when you have those two going for you. Stop settling. Settling allows you to focus on chemistry alone. Oh, I'm physically attracted to him. My emotions are going roller coaster. But your emotions, if you don't tame them, will tame you. Tame your emotions. Don't let your emotions tame you. Tame your emotions. Do not let your emotions tame you. Because if your emotions are taming you, guess what? You would only stay on the chemistry level. Oh, he's hurting me today. Oh, I still love him. And I'm still, he's breaking my heart, but I still love him, because it's only attraction. You're not compatible. That's why it's not working out. That's why the relationship is failing. Hi, Tino. Thanks for joining from Nigeria. You're not compatible if it's just chemistry and you're holding on. Oh, I love him. You don't even know what love is when he's on the chemistry level alone. What you call love when it's on the chemistry level alone is most likely lust and infatuation. Because it's all your emotion. It's all emotion based. It's all infatuation based. It's all lustfully based. It's not really the connection to your soul and your core values. I had someone inbox me this week asking, I'm a Christian and I met a girl who's a Muslim and I really love her. And I said, how long have you known her? 2 weeks. You can't love anybody when you know them in 2 weeks. That was my answer. You can't love anybody in 2 weeks. I asked him, what are your core values? I don't have any. So how are you going to vet this woman to know if she's the right one for you if you don't have core values? If you don't have requirements? Everybody should have requirements and core values. If you don't, you're just going to go round in circle, repeat patterns, and whoop, whoop, whoop. The relationship will definitely whoop your ass. So, excuse my English. I had to go there this morning because I'm tired of seeing people, getting into the wrong hands and basing their relationship on just chemistry alone. Chemistry does not cut it. You have to know how compatible and how much you complement each other. If you can't complement your partner, guess what? You can patch it up for donkey years and it won't work. I've been there, done that. I was in it for 15 years. It was chemistry that led us together. I'm not ashamed to share my story anymore because I've healed from it and I've grown from it. It was chemistry it all started with chemistry, and I realized, listen, I made the biggest mistake of my life because there was no compatibility. And that's why I'm still enjoying my singleness and embracing it now. Because I have to make sure we're compatible and we complement each other. I just don't need anybody because I want the chemistry connection. It doesn't work that way. It has to be compatibility. It has to be complement. You have to be a reflection of each other. There's no, he's not here, she's not here, I'm all jittery. No. Because when you base that on chemistry, your emotions will just go like this. And you'll keep getting slapped in the face. And you're wondering, why am I beating myself up? Because you haven't evaluated your requirements and core values to see, hey, are we compatible and do we complement? You don't even understand your partner when you don't know how compatible you are or how you complement each other. You don't even understand. You're just surfacely building. What happens when you build on the surface and you don't have a solid foundation? When everything crumbles, you're going to feel the pain. But you need to move beyond the pain to get to where you're now evaluating and saying, you know what? I have to figure it out first for me. I have to know what works best for me. I have to know what those core values are. I have to set the requirements. So that requirements that you will compromise with, absolutely. But your core values should never be things that you will compromise with. It's like saying, I'm a priest and I want to go date someone who goes to the club every day. You will never be compatible because the priest always wants to be in the religious environment. But the partner who wants to club every day, well, it ain't interested in the religious place. Well, where's the compatibility? I met her at the club, but she doesn't share your core values. So are you going to just patch it? You're going to patch it for how many years before everything falls apart? You're going to have constant conflicts when you patch it. So today I'm really challenging you. Take a look at it. The 3 C's. I've documented it in my book, Being Single. Go read on it. Go start to learn how to set those core values. Start to figure out what the compatibility level is and how you complement each other. No, just don't know. Begin to understand. Because when you understand your partner, there will not be nagging. You're 2 different people coming together. You already begin to know, yeah, this is the way. I'm not trying to change you because that's you. We're compatible. We complement. The chemistry will flow. But I'm not trying to go change you or force you to, or try to force to love you. Because love is not something you force. It happens naturally. Everything that makes you ticker is based on your emotional, which is on the chemistry level. You have to look at it. Am I compatible? Can I just say goodbye if we're not? Can I check off my requirements list? If I cannot check off my requirements list, can I say goodbye? Or can I just remain friends and not take it to the chemistry level? Because once it gets to the chemistry level, soul ties happen. And when the breakup happens, your soul is already tied. And it's harder to untie your soul. And so you have to keep asking yourself, am I just going in because everybody is building a relationship, or am I looking out for my own best interest? Because when you're working to make yourself the love that you want to attract, when you become that love, it's easy to find someone who will be compatible and will complement you. Think about these things deeply. I don't build on the surface relationship thing because it doesn't work and it doesn't last. If you're looking for lifetime relationship, that love of your life that you want to spend eternity with, as long as you both shall live, focus on chemistry, compatibility, and complement, not just chemistry alone. Chemistry will fade with time. He will grow old, she will grow old. They don't look as pretty anymore. There's no six-pack anymore. It's now flabs, and you're going to get irritated if you're only building on the chemistry level. Oh, she's not good looking again, so now I have to go start looking for someone who's good looking. Oh, she's had a baby, her shape is not the same anymore. When you truly love someone, the shape doesn't matter based on whether they have children or not. You're going to love the soul that you connected with because you're looking for the compatibility and the complement first. And then the chemistry is an added bonus. You look at your wife or your husband every single day and you're like, I'm so grateful, 30, 60, 70 years together. Not, oh, we're 2 years in and you're irritating me and I want a divorce. No, because when you do that, you're only chemistry based. You're not compatibility or complement based. Make it last forever. That's the goal of a relationship, not short term. Look for someone you can spend the rest of your life with, where you're both building together on a solid foundation based on your core values, based on how you complement each other, based on how compatible you are. And your chemistry will flow in deeply when your relationship is based on compatibility and complement. chemistry would always flow. Because you're connecting on a deeper level. And you're building healthier and purposefully first. Don't look for a 3 months thing and that will make you become really bitter with yourself. And then all you do is title all men are the same, all women are the same. Because you've been repeating cycles over and over based on chemistry alone. Think about it. Work on it. If you need support, I'm here to support you. Feel free to inbox email. Email is coaching@kemisogunle.com. Get the books, read them. I didn't just write things based on my story. I write based on the lessons that I want people to learn from why we keep failing relationships, because we're not looking at the deep things that we need to look at, that we need to work on first, that we need to establish for ourselves first before we find a partner. For the women, stop chasing, because when he finds you, when you work on yourself and you build on yourself and you're ready to be the love that you wish to attract, when he finds you, trust me, you will look at it like, oh my gosh, why did I repeat all the cycles? Why was I stupid enough to go the wrong route before? Let me give you an example. I had a client who was working on herself. And she wasn't willing to go out anymore to dates or anything. She was working on herself and really building on herself. She was in her house and this guy came knocking. He was going to a barbecue 2 doors away. He came knocking on her door and he was like, hey, where's the barbecue at? And she said, you're at the wrong address. She said she was in PJs. She had a nightcap on. And she said, I kept telling him he's at the wrong place, but he kept thinking that I was joking. So I asked him, what's the address? And then he told me, and I said, that's 2 doors down. And then he apologized, and then he went 2 doors down. He came back in between his barbecue visit, knocked on her door to invite her to barbecue. She wasn't looking. She was working on herself. She decided, okay, let me just meet my neighbor, go for the barbecue 30 minutes. She stayed there 30 minutes, and then she came back home. Guess what? They're now married. 2 years after they're married. She wasn't looking. Love can find you any single place. I know someone who met his wife at the bus stop. They weren't looking. Every time you keep looking, you're basing it on the lack that you have, on the void that you have on the chemistry level. Oh, well, I'm lonely. I need someone to cuddle me. The sexual attraction, the lust, the infatuation falls in. But when you work on yourself and you know what you're looking for and you set those requirements and you set those core values, when you're ready to be loved the way you want to be loved, love will show up for you. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing when it happens. But you have to make sure you're not building on the chemistry alone. You're looking first at the compatibility and the complement level. You want to be sure this is it for you. The chemistry will flow. Trust me. Relationships only fail when you look at the chemistry level only, and you're not building on your core values that help you become compatible, or how you complement each other, how you reflect each other. Don't just know your partner. Understand your partner. Realize you're 2 different people coming together. And when you understand your partner, you will never try to change them. You will accept them with their flaws and let them be who God created them to be while you be you. You just come together, complement, and are compatible. And your chemistry will keep flowing for a lifetime. If there are questions, I will take your questions. Again, it's all about looking at why your relationships are failing and why you need to focus on the 3 C's. Chemistry, compatibility, and complement, so that you can begin to build healthy first. Because when you establish that healthy environment for yourself and you're ready to be the partner that you wish to attract, trust me, you will be compatible, you will complement each other, and the chemistry will be there to supplement the 2. But if you're focusing on chemistry alone, it will be infatuation, lust, and all emotional roller coaster that will not last long. Make it last forever. Don't just work on something that's temporary work on something that is purposeful, meaningful, and a lifetime relationship. Be the love you wish to attract. When you be the love, you would attract the love that will treat you right, not trash. I shared yesterday, the heart meant to love you will never make you feel unwanted or unworthy. The heart meant to love you will value you because you complement and you're compatible and you both share chemistry. But if it's chemistry alone, it will sink like a sinking ship. I hope I'm able to help you guys out with this. Again, remember, date privately, court consciously, marry wisely. Never stop loving while living. When you stop loving, you stop living. Remember the 3 C's. Get the book, Being Single. I've documented it further in my book, Being Single. If you need support, feel free to inbox, email me your questions if you can't post them on the page. If you want to join my group, I'm not frequently in my group because I'm waiting for group members to begin to pick up. Again, it's about you asking so that you receive. Don't just sit silently and die silently inside. Work on this thing so that you can create a healthy environment for yourself. You can't expect a toxic partner to help you become healthy. A toxic partner would only make you toxic to yourself. And all you will create in that environment is toxicity. But if you're looking for healthy, it starts with you. Looking at these things and setting your core values and setting your requirements and knowing that when you do meet, dating is a vetting and sorting game. You will vet and sort your partner based on your core values and your requirements. And that's how you know you're compatible or not. And that's how you know you can complement each other. That's how you know you can build on the chemistry together and you can make it last forever. I hope you all have an amazing week ahead. Take good care. God bless. Bye-bye.